And this morning, if you're catching a flight, you're going to want to listen to this. The first round of FAA cuts are already underway at 40 of the nation's busiest airports, including both Midway and O'Hare.
And that means cancellations, delays, and longer wait times. Let's take a live look here at Chicago airports, where we want to get to NBC5's Jen Sean. She's at O'Hare for us this morning. Jen, what do travelers need to know?
Well, if you are flying out today, Michelle and Everett, I would check your airline's app or website right now. Even just a 4% reduction in flights, which is in effect already right now here at O'Hare, along with the nation's 40 busiest airports, that has a ripple effect. That translates to 23 canceled round-trip United flights per day, and that is just one airline. Keep that in mind. These cuts, the FAA says, are needed to alleviate the pressure on air traffic controllers who've been deeply impacted by this government shutdown now in its 38th day. By next Friday, flights will be cut by 10%. United proactively canceling 34 flights today and dozens more over this weekend. United, American, Southwest, and Delta all offering some sort of refund to impacted travelers, but each policy is a little different. If you wake up to a canceled flight, first check the airline's app or website to see what those options are. And if this is a must-make trip, here's a tip from travel expert Gunnar Olsen.
What I did was I changed my flight to the very first flight of the day, because the first flight of the day is almost always most likely to operate. These cancellations cascade throughout the day. So that last flight of the day is the most likely to be delayed or canceled and get caught up in the mess that happens earlier in the day.
Olsen says if an airline cancels your flight, by law, they have to give you a refund if you're not happy with them rebooking you. But a reminder, airlines are not required to give you any additional compensation for your troubles. To put this in perspective, on a normal day, about 20% of flights get canceled in the U.S. A 10% cut across these 40 airports means that could almost double to between 30 and 40%. So travel experts say to avoid hassle and stress, of course, give yourself extra time, and to avoid a line, if you don't need to check a bag, avoid doing so. I just checked cancellations here at O'Hare this morning, Evrod, 78 and climbing. The good news, our crew over at Midway says it's much quieter there. We will be staying on top of this all morning long for you. Back to you in the studio.
Absolutely. And Jen Sean's mentioned you definitely want to check with your airline. In fact, they'll probably send you a text or some sort of communication about that. And as all of this unfolds, we're going to continue to bring you updates, especially on any impacts at our Chicagoland airports. Make sure you also download our free NBC Chicago app to continue to follow this story.